Hi, everyone. Welcome to Hidden Stressors in Education, Burnout, Trauma, and Grief Workshop. My name is Cassie McComb. I am a current Master of Social Work volunteer for Light Movement, and I'm here today to share with you a little bit about something you may all be a little too familiar with, burnout. This is part of a two-part series on burnout. So first, let's get started on what is burnout and understanding the parts of that. So, what is burnout? Burnout can be and feel like a lot of things. According to the National Institute of Health, burnout can be defined as a state of severe physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion caused by prolonged unmanaged stress, often work related. It is characterized by three core dimensions: overwhelming exhaustion, cynical detachment from work, and a reduced sense of professional accomplishment or efficiency. So this touches upon physical, mental, and emotional health. So being an educator is one of the highest risk professions for burnout. Why is this? Because it combines constant emotional giving, endless decision making, very little true downtime, and often not enough control over your environments, student stress, and anxiety, difficulty with parents and or caregivers, school shootings and violence, lack of support, both internal and external, unrealistic job expectations. This could look like wearing multiple hats, feeling underappreciated and short-staffed. It's what we call a high demand and low recovery system. Your body is working nonstop without enough time to rest. Moving on to signs of burnout. So, what can burnout feel and look like for educators? Starting with the mind, this can be difficulty concentrating, forgetfulness, disorganized, emotional dysregulation. And moving to the body, chronic fatigue, headaches, difficulty sleeping, feeling disconnected, digestive issues, feeling drained even after weekends or long breaks. This could also look like a loss of joy in educating. Small classroom issues feel unmanageable, causing you to feel on edge, snapping at students. It can also look like withdrawal, especially socially, so isolating oneself from the school community and or even yourself. So where do you notice burnout showing up in your mind, your body, and your work? Just take a few seconds to notice what comes up for you. You can just think about it. If you want to pause the video and journal a little bit, I want you to think of where is it showing up in your mind, in your body, and in your work. And whatever you notice, try not to judge it. This isn't about something being wrong with you. It's information. It's your body and your mind communicating with you. So just take a few moments to think about it. Okay, wrap up those thoughts and then we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, so moving on to moral injury. This is something that I feel is necessary to talk about when we are talking about burnout because they typically go hand in hand. So moral injury describes the challenge of simultaneously knowing what students need, but being unable to provide it due to constraints that are beyond our control. So some examples of this, specifically in education, are I became an educator to help students only to be forced to participate in a system that fails them at every turn. Or I could not participate in a system that requires me to ignore students' needs in the name of better scores. So I know that this is a very big chart, so feel free to pause this video and read everything on the entire slide. However, I just want to go over a few things on here. So I want to point out the emotions. So burnout, the emotions that are attached to burnout are fatigue, irritation, cynicism, and detachment, whereas moral injury can feel more like guilt, shame, anger, moral anger, and self-condemnation. And then I also want to point out the focus of distress. I can't keep up, I'm too tired, I lack resources is more of the burnout side, whereas moving over to moral injury, I violated my values, I betrayed myself or others, and I feel complicit. So feel free to go back to that slide or pause at any moment. And I encourage you to take note of what you are feeling to help understand if it's more the burnout side of things or moral injury, or even a combination of both. So if you're interested in learning more about burnout and how it may be impacting you, here are 2 burnout tests that we recommend. I've taken both of them and have enjoyed the results of both of them. So on the left-hand side, the Maslow Burnout Inventory is the leading validated survey used to assess professional burnout across 3 components. So we have high emotional exhaustion, high depersonalization, and low personal accomplishment. This is primarily for working adults. It includes 16 to 22 items, takes about 10 minutes. And then on the right-hand side, we have the Enneagram test for understanding burnout. The Enneagram identifies 9 personality types with distinct motivations, helping to pinpoint specific burnout triggers, stress responses, and recovery paths. So by understanding if you are driven by fear, shame, or anger, you can recognize early warning signs and apply targeted self-care to avoid exhaustion and further burnout. So I'll make sure that there is a link after the videos so that you're able to easily access those. So as we wrap up, if you'd like to explore this more deeply, there are additional resources available. Our Hidden Stressors in Education, Burnout, Trauma, and Grief Workshop series, including the Vicarious Trauma and Compassion Fatigue and Grief videos created by MSW volunteers Inga Vickers and Zach Peters. All of these offer further support and tools. Links in the comments will take you to Light's YouTube channel, and you can also visit Light's website to learn more. Thank you so much for being here and the work that you all do. We appreciate you all. Thank you.